Crystal sempre foi conhecido pelas comédias e personagens inesquecíveis. O ator é também lembrado pelas apresentações divertidas da cerimônia do Oscar. Ele comandou a premiação 9 vezes. Mas agora, com a série que acaba de estrear, Passado, ele nos presenteia com um terror sobrenatural. E a gente conversou com ele e com todo o elenco sobre essa nova série e também sobre as possibilidades de haver vida após e antes dessa vida. Você acredita?
Why are you here, Eli?
Um psiquiatra infantil em luto.
It's the day my wife died.
Eli, personagem de Billy Crystal, acaba de perder a esposa, Lynn. Papel de Judith Light. Mas ela parece ainda estar bem ao seu lado. Eli tem uma carreira renomada ajudando crianças que enfrentam problemas. E agora, o pequeno Noah é o seu mais novo desafio.
I have a game for you. Put your block right in the middle.
Cheio de mistérios, desses que são difíceis de explicar.
What kind of bad things?
O elenco e a criadora da série conversaram com o SBT News sobre a produção e todas essas conexões da trama que nos fazem pensar sobre o passado e sobre o que nos espera.
First of all, do you believe in life after death or life before life?
I know, do you?
Yes.
We've had this when Judith first met. We first met and to talk about this because we've known each other for a long time. I had no idea that she was so deeply embedded in the belief
And the possibility
that
of
there's
this.
something. There's got to be something else. We've all experienced, I think, some sort of a deja vu. Have I been here before? I mean, it's a phenomenon. People. But when it's about an entire life, not just that's where my keys are. It's pretty extraordinary. And there's so many books that we both had read that gave us possibility. And you want the possibility because this is too much fun and thrilling. So you want more. So I'm a big believer in it.
Yeah. And, yes, absolutely. I'm always interested in the question. I'm always interested in the question of what is it. I'm always interested in the investigation of it.
Yeah.
And so when we were first talking about this, I don't know, we were there for a couple of hours just talking about the stories that we knew or people that we knew. Or one of the things that often happens for people, and you probably have this in your own life, is like, I know you. How do I know you? And so it always leaves open whether it's an open-ended question. There's the possibility that it can be true. And because there's something energetic. We are energy.
O pequeno Noah é interpretado por Jacoby Duke, que nos surpreende com sua intensa atuação.
And are you scary, Jacoby, of this subject?
I was quite scared of sort of things like this, but as soon as I did this, I started to kind of enjoy it more because I like it, and then now I'm quite obsessed with scary stuff. So yeah, I do now. I like scary stuff.
Yeah, and I just want to say he was not rattled on the set at all. No matter how spooky and intense his scene had to be, he would go all the way in, and then the second you say cut, he'd be like, all right, let's do that again. What are we doing next? So he was always and it did seem like you enjoyed it more and more, the scarier it was. He was like, you haven't seen me be scary yet. Do you remember saying that to Billy early on? Billy's like, you're so spooky, and Jacoby is like, you haven't seen how spooky I can be.
Já Rosie Pérez interpreta a mãe adotiva de Noah e parece que nada acontece por acaso nessa vida.
I was terrified to accept the role because it was a little too close to home. I was in the foster care system as well when I was younger, and I understood what was on the page a little too deeply. And we had discussed that in our first discussion. And so I remember saying in our second conversation, I was like, why is this coming to me?
Mm-hmm.
And Billy went, ooh, like this is the theme of the show. You
Yeah.
know, it's just really strange. So what I wanted to bring to it was all the angst. Somebody who was once in the system is now taking care of someone who is in the system. You know, you don't want to mess it up. And you understand that they are troubled and they have had previous trauma. So all you want to do is bring love and understanding and structure to them. You know, there's a scene where Billy's asked me about who I am as a person and in regards to Noah, and I go, is that relevant to the case? You know, she gets very defensive. And, you know, and she says the brilliant line that you guys wrote was, I wanted to give someone everything I never had. And it was so difficult for me to deliver that line. Remember that day? It was like, cut. And Billy goes, what is wrong? And I said, I just feel like crying. I'm shaking. He goes, let it be. You know, and so, yeah.
Such a great scene.
Yeah. And so every time, like, I'm playing with Jacoby, I'm just trying not to smother him with love. You know, just trying to proceed very delicately. This was an amazing role for me. And I feel so privileged to be a part of this.
A série promete suspense, reviravoltas e momentos de puro terror,
It's a picture I found.
levando o público a questionar tudo o que acredita e fazer pensar também nas consequências de todos os nossos atos na vida. Passado marca um novo capítulo na carreira de Billy Crystal, provando que o ator continua se reinventando aos 76 anos. A série é um convite para que o público explore um lado mais sombrio do ator, que já nos fez gargalhar tanto. Agora somos aterrorizados por um dos maiores comediantes de todos os tempos.
And Billy, we talk about you, always talk about you, is about comedy. Actually, for us Brazilian, you are the Oscars. We remember you from the Oscar all the time.
The
And I
best
saw that-
person to do the Oscars ever.
Exactly.
My
Oh, this is-
my opinion.
And I saw that you said that this is the role, most challenging role, and also probably the most satisfying role for you. Why?
Well, because it was a world that I never thought that I could exist in, perhaps, or would get the chance to be in. And the fact that it's so complete for me, that it was such a wonderful character to inhabit. And you know, and do it well. That's, you know, there's always this phenomenon that I call the red light take, which is finish a project, you're in your car, you get to a red light, and you're waiting, and you go, oh, jeez, why didn't I play it like that? I should have said, why didn't I say that? Oh, and then the light changes. I don't have any of that with this because we had really wonderful directors, terrific scripts, and great actors to play with. So that's really satisfying.
That's me. That's you.